Get Basil YouTube, 6 Foot Hacks here. Got for you guys today a Showdown live. This time it's going to be in the NU tier. Now, if you may have missed my upload from yesterday, that was a pretty controversial, upsetting match against Joey, aka Pokemon. Didn't at all go how I wanted to. Did end up getting pretty lucky with hacks. And yeah, if you guys may have missed it, then a link to that will be down in the description if you guys would like to watch it. Next week we face Patters, the coach of the something Nido Kings, New England Nido Kings, I think. I'm not sure, I can't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, that'll be next week. But today, I don't know if this will be going up Sunday or Monday, depending on how long this is and how long it takes to render, because I gotta go somewhere in a few minutes. But maybe Monday, most likely. If not, then hey, happy Sunday. So yeah, this is a pretty cool NU team I got off of the sample team thread. We have Focus Ash, Jinx, Swords Ants, Bulky Rocking Rhydon, Scarlet the Skuntank with Shuckleberry and Defog, because we do have a Choice Scarf Scyther, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, I don't like Wing Attack, I like Aerial Ace. Next off we have Kyo here, Mr. 400 pounds himself, and then Pato, the Ludicolo, which actually I have not used Ludicolo since like 5th gen NU, where this thing was an absolute monster, so I'm hoping that it'll put in some work for this live. But yeah guys, that is a team. Let's get this started. Okay, so this dude has a pretty weird team. I don't know where I am on the ladder, but I shouldn't be that low. I mean, I haven't played in a couple days, so I don't know. Maybe the K. I don't know. This dude's team is interesting. But yeah, looking at leads, probably Mesprit or maybe B-Barrel. Maybe that's his Stealth Rocker, but I'm sure he'd have rocks on Torterra over here. So he could just lead Mesprit, so I think I really lose nothing in just leading Jinx, as he ends up leading off with a Roserade. So, I mean Roselia. So this is pretty dope. I can probably just Lovely Kiss, because he'll probably want to bring in the Grumpig. I don't really know why he would want to stay in here. I think I'm gonna double into Skuntank, predicting the Grumpig. But no, he actually brings in the Mesprit. That's even better. He really has no switch-ins to a offensive I was gonna say Stumpfist, an offensive Skuntank. But yeah, I should be able to just Dark Pulse here. I really lose nothing in doing so. I mean, I guess he could maybe stay in, but I really don't know why he would. Outside of him being Colberberry and then predicting Sucker Punch. But he tries to bring in Pelipper, and that actually does respectable damage. So he can either go for Scald or go for U-Turn. I would assume he's going to go for U-Turn, predicting Jinx or Ludicolo. If we go for Dark Pulse, there's a chance we could flinch him, and then that would turn this into a 3-hit KO. I mean, I guess it isn't too big of a deal if he does want to Scald, because we 3-hit KO him in that case. So yeah, I really lose nothing in just Dark Pulsing here, as we get off a good chunk of damage. And what? Hello? Hello? That's pretty cool. I mean, hey, it's working out for him. It's what? Hey, don't knock it. Don't knock it until you try it, I guess. I used to say that all the time back in the day. But yeah, I mean, hey, I don't know. That's interesting. That would have never crossed my mind. We do have a Ludicolo. The only thing is that he could have Hurricane. I would assume he's just gonna go for the water type move here. No, okay. Oh, we got HP back. I didn't even know that's how it worked. Okay, well, I'm gonna Lovely Kiss here. Luckily don't miss, which is pretty great. I don't think Ice Beam is a 2-hit KO. This thing is actually quite the issue. I'm just gonna stay in an Ice Beam. That's really the best move I can go for, unfortunately. We are max special attack. Nasty Plot wouldn't be bad on this set. Oh! Whoa! Whoa, wow, okay. I did not think that would be a straight 2-hit KO. I am underestimating the power of Jinx. Actually, to be honest, I think this is the first time I've ever used Jinx in NU this gen so far. So he's gonna bring this in. I'm gonna have to try and Lovely Kiss here, because we don't knock him out in any one hit. And I want to say what? He's Scarfed! Okay, so he scarfed Bieberl. Wait, where's my hello? Okay, so I ended up fixing the last move on Scyther. It should be Bug Bite, but I don't really think we're gonna need Bug Bite in this match. Although it could be handy late game, U-turn is still gonna be doing decent damage. So yeah, I'm just gonna U-turn here. We are Scarf. We're gonna go ahead and why would you bring this in? We should be able to bring in Scarlet here. He still doesn't have a safe switch into this. Maybe Roselia, I suppose, but we can just Fire Blast it, honestly, so I really lose nothing in just Dark Pulsing here. Even if he wants to try to bring in Bieberl, it doesn't really matter. As we're going to clean be able to knock out the Grumpig, which is pretty great. Because that was his only switch into Jinx, which Jinx is gone, so hopefully we don't miss, but we do. Whoa! Oh! Oh! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa. No, is that a problem? Not really. We have the Shuckleberry. Oh! That did a lot. Okay. I do have to Fire Blast again. This is where us being Scarfed is gonna come in handy, because I think... Actually, no, I don't know if an Aerial Ace will knock him out at 64. Rock Polish. Scyther. U-turn does 58, Aerial Ace does 76. So yeah, we can just safely Aerial Ace here, as that will be able to clean knock him out. So yeah, the Fire Blast miss did not matter there. Although I'm pretty sure Ludicolo would have been able to live one Wood Hammer regardless. I'm pretty sure. I guess this is where if we had Bug Bite, it would matter, because we could have just Bug Bited instead of Aerial Acing. But hey, them's is the breaks. As he ends up bringing in the Mesprit, we will not knock this out in one hit. I think I just have to bring in Rhydon here. As he ends up going for the Side Shock, we are going to be able to chew that. I'm going to go ahead and take this chance to get up my rocks, I think. If he gets up rocks, that could... Well, no, he could get up rocks. Does he have rocks? No. Why would he not go for... Unthaw! No! Okay. That kind of sucks. I guess I just U-turn here. So we are going to be able to 2-hit KO him. What do we not need? I would say we don't really need Ludicolo right now. As he ends up going for an Ice Beam, gets a crit! And it turns out to be... yeah. I should be able to just Giga Drain here. Oh, we were fast! I thought we would be slower. So he's modest. Okay. Okay. I could Rain Dance here. Predicting Roselia. Or I should just Ice Beam, honestly. Yeah. I was gonna say it doesn't really matter. That does so much damage. So Roselia I'm pretty sure can outspeed. And okay, yeah. It's fine. See, okay, so it would be great if we had Bug Bite here, because we could just lock ourselves into Bug Bite, but yeah, since I goofed there, we don't have Bug Bite this match, and the best move we can go for is U-turn, which is fine. It's fine. We should still be able to pull out the victory, unless he gets lucky with crits. As he ends up switching into the B-Barrel, I don't know why. I'm just gonna go for the Fake Out, and I should be able to just chew anything he goes for. As he ends up going for the Double Edge, that actually did a pretty good amount of damage. So, GG. Yeah, so that ended up being a lot closer than I thought. But yeah, he could have just brought in Mesprit and knocked us out, and then we just bring in Scyther and U-turn KO it, and then U-turn KO Roselia. So yeah, guys, that was the first battle. Let's go get another one. Alright, so we got the second battle here, and this dude has a serious looking team, which is scary. So he definitely has rocks on Rhydon, I think. Or this could... Actually, no. I'm pretty sure this would be like Specs Mesprit. This could be Scarfed or Bandit-Ape, maybe. Pyro could be a bit of a nuisance if I lose my Hariyama, so I'm going to have to watch out for that. But looking at leads... I kind of just want to lead Ludicolo, really. The reason I don't want to lead Jinx is because he can lead Scarfape and then just U-turn. I guess in which case I would be able to put something to sleep. Okay, see, I don't think Jinx is too bad of a lead here, as he actually ends up leading off with the Rhydon. That's pretty great. I am just gonna go straight for the Lovely Kiss. If we miss, that does suck. If not, then hey, that's pretty great for us. Regardless though, he's most likely gonna go for the Rock Blast, I think, if he would want to stay in, because obviously he's gonna want to get rid of his Jinx. I don't like having Jinx in the front. So yeah, I should be able to just Lovely Kiss. I was also thinking about leading with Ludicolo. Ludicolo is a huge threat to him, as we're able to put the Mesprit to sleep. Do I just want to Ice Beam? Yeah, I don't think I really lose anything in just Ice Beaming, as we are going to be able to get off a huge chunk of damage on Mesprit. So for a second there, I thought that maybe he would have the Sleep Talk, as I will be able to Ice Beam again, as he ends up bringing in the Gorbis. That, ladies and gentlemen, is resisted, and it did 37%. What? Jinx, hello? Okay, I always underestimated Jinx, and I didn't know why it was always considered why it was considered such a huge threat, but now I can see why. Ice Beam did a lot of damage to that. So we actually got, oh no, so for a second there I thought we got absolute min, but we got a mid damage roll. So Psyshock does not knock him out. We do have to risk Focus Blast here, as we manage to hit, don't get the low roll, and we finish off the Gorbis. That is really great. Gorbis could have really weakened down, could have really weakened Hariyama for Pyroar to break us apart, or vice versa. So we're able to get rid of Gorbis. He could just bring in the Skuntank, which I'm pretty sure he would want to pursue regardless, but no, he brings in Primate. Why would you bring in Primate? I'm pretty sure he would just want to U-turn. I'm pretty sure he would just want to U-turn. He's not going to Stone Edge. He's not going to close combat. I really want to bring in Scyther. I really want to bring in Scyther. I really want to bring in Scyther, but that gives him free rocks with Rhydon. Actually, no. I shouldn't do that. I really don't think he's going to go for close combat. I really don't think he's going to go for close combat. Yes! So he did go for the U-turn. Yeah, if he had close combated there, then that would have been a really bad play, because we could have just knocked him out with Psyshock or Ice Beam. As he U-turns into the Mesprit, I would rather just beat this Mesprit down. Oh, he has Energy Ball! Oh, that did nice damage. So, I'm assuming he's choiced. So what I'm going to do is switch directly into Scyther here, and then that way I can U-turn. There is also the chance he may want to go for rocks. Oh, he U-turned himself. Okay. So, he made a pretty good play there. Knew I wouldn't want to stay in, as he ends up bringing in his own Rhydon. I don't think our Rhydon is running a lot. No, see, we're not running a lot of speed, which means he could potentially be running a good amount of speed. And then he can just knock us out. He could just Rock Blast. That wouldn't be a bad play either. I have to U-turn here regardless, though. It's the only real play I can make. Maybe I should have... What I should have done with Rhydon was switch directly into Scyther, but I thought that he still had a turn to sleep. So that was very stupid on my part, because that just put us in a bit of a tough scenario. So I'm gonna bring in Rhydon here, as he does actually end up going for the Stone Edge. He gets a crit, does not really matter. He will probably outspeed us, because I'm pretty sure he would want to have Speed EVs on Rhydon. Yeah, so he does end up outspeeding us. But I can actually just bring in Jinx again. And do I Lovely Kiss? I think I can just Ice Beam this time. I'm gonna Ice Beam, as he does end up bringing in the Primate, and we get a crit. Damn it, that probably mattered. Yeah. Well, shit. That sucks. Yeah. He's probably running the calc, as he ends up bringing in the Pyroar. Hariyama wouldn't be a bad switch in here, because we can still just fake out Mesprit and then just switch into Skuntank, potentially. I don't want to lose my Sash. I could just put this to sleep, actually. Oh! Oh. Okay. I didn't want to risk Focus Blast there, and Taunt did not cross my mind at all. So that was a dumb play on my part. Shouldn't have done that. So I'm going to be forced out into Hariyama here, as he ends up staying in and going for the Hyper Voice. I should be able to just knock off. I mean, he doesn't really have anything to switch in. He could bring in Rhydon. Actually, Rhydon getting up rocks could really suck. So I think I made close combat here. Or should I double? He could Will-O-Wisp potentially? No, he's not. He's not staying in. I really want to say he's gonna bring in Rhydon. Well, no. Would he do that? I feel like that's a little bit risky. Okay, so he did stay in. And we're able to clean knock out Pyroar in one hit. That's really great. As he ends up bringing in the Mesprit. He could just U-turn. Would he U-turn? I mean, do I need this at this point? Not really. Yep. Sorry, bud. I mean, if he still had a... Yeah, I mean, the crit did matter in the sense that we knocked him out. Was it game-changing? I don't know. But it did matter in the sense that we knocked him out. So, I'm just going to close combat here. He could just U-turn. I would U-turn if I was him. Because obviously we do have Skunk. Well then. I guess I'm lucky in bed. So we're gonna go get another game. Actually, what I found out was that Garbodor is now S ranked. I did not even know that. I remember when Magmortar used to be S ranked too. Speaking of Magmortar, that's kind of a hard counter to Jinx to an extent, although we do have Psyshock. What do I want to lead with? He could lead Garbodor, I'm thinking, or maybe Piloswine even. I'm gonna be a man and lead Ludicolo. Hey, this works out perfectly, because I just want a Hydro Pump. Oh, what? Ooh! That does so much damage. So much damage. I'm just gonna Hydro Pump again. Oh! This really isn't an issue. Okay, if he goes for Glare here, that's an amazing play on his part. But he's actually going to switch into the Garbodor as I bring in Scyther, so nice double switch on his part as I will be able to just U-turn. U-turn. U-turn on out of here. He could potentially Spike is what I'm thinking. He doesn't have a safe switch into Skuntank, which is pretty great. So I think I'm just going to U-turn right into Skunk here. As he does end up getting up a layer of spikes. That's a-okay with me. I will be able to defog those later. As he ends up bringing in the Piloswine here, this is going to do nothing. Okay, so I thought that would do a little bit more damage. I should be able to just bring in Ludicolo here. So he ends up getting up rocks. That's fine. That's really not an issue. Ah! I know he's gonna stay in this turn. Yeah. And then Ice Beam is gonna do a nice chunk of damage to him. So. Should be able to just bring in Skuntank here. And I'm gonna go ahead and defog. as we are able to just barely live, in which case I will be able to Dark Pulse the following turn. So I did kind of misplay around this thing, as he ends up bringing back in the Piloswine. Yeah, I ended up no, I ended up really misplaying here. As he ends up getting up rocks, I'm gonna go ahead and defog as he ends up knocking us out. Jinx should be able to come in here and just Focus Blast, I think. This could be Scarf Kabutops potentially. He ends up just going for the Ice Shard as we don't miss the Focus Blast and we're able to knock him out. He ends up bringing in the Garbodor. Okay. I'm just gonna Side Shock here. I really lose nothing in doing so. I don't know why I would Ice Beam. Yeah, I don't... Why? Okay. So we're able to knock out the Mismagius. As he ends up bringing in the Kabutops. I have seen Scarf Kabutops before, so that's what I'm kind of scared of right here. So I'm going to switch into Rhydon as he misses. See, I don't know if that mattered. Did that matter? I don't know. So the question is, do I just Earthquake here? I just Earthquake, right? Yeah, because he's going to have to sack something. He's locked into Stone Edge, I'm pretty sure. So he's going to sack off the Garbodor as it just barely lives. Is getting up rocks important at all? Well, how much would Fake Out do? Because I think Fake Out may knock out Magmortar after rocks. And there, even if he gets up a layer of spikes, it doesn't matter at all. So I'd rather just see if Fake Out can knock him out. So Fake Out does 20 to 24%. So yeah, I think I would rather just get up rocks here, because this puts Magmortar in range of Fake Out from Hariyama after rocks. And then we also get that initial little chip damage on Kabutops. As he ends up bringing in Magmortar. We know this is Scarfed, so I do kind of want to keep not Hariyama, but I kind of want to keep Scyther. I do want to keep either Hariyama or Rhydon though, because that resists Stone Edge. Yeah, so I should probably just sack off Rhydon here is what I'm thinking, because I can just come in, Fake Out Magmortar with Hariyama and then just win. So he is going to HP Grass. We do manage to live as we're able to knock him out. He is Scarf Kabutops, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, as he ends up leaving. So I kind of got a little worried there early on when he got up the Spike and Rock. But luckily, Scarlet coming through. So that was 3 matches, guys. And like I said, just a quick live because I don't have much time. But yeah, a pretty fun team. I did like using Jinx. Didn't really get to use Ludicolo. Unfortunately, kind of misplayed him in the last match. And yeah, so hopefully you guys did enjoy. And if you did, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment. And yeah, I will see you all tomorrow most likely. So later, everybody.